So we got a lot going on here. I got to put up a chicken pen, put together a chicken coop. I have to get the ground ready for the garden, especially for the onions, which need to go in within about a week. We sow in seed for wildflowers. So there's a lot to do, and this is not my full-time job. So these are things I'm doing on the side, and so I'm going to be jumping around a lot from now on. But I did want to finish up the greenhouse build with putting on shoring up the frame, putting on the plastic, and putting up the door. And so you'll see that in this video. This is probably the most complicated part of the whole thing, because it's like you got to find where the folds are and then pull it tight. And so really my point of reference is the bottom, where the plastic is pulled tight to the bottom 2x6s, our base, and then I'm kind of orienting the rest of everything according to the base. So I know that might not make a lot of sense, but there's just a matter of making sure that it's pulled nice and snug, not overly snug, because you don't want to tear things like on the sharp corners and stuff, but snug enough to where you know it's gonna have a good firm hold. It's going to be a good idea to have this tripled, quadrupled over, just because it's going to give more for that staple to hold on to. Now you got to make sure you have a heavy duty stapler, or else it's not going to go through all that plastic. This is just a Stanley Bostitch heavy duty stapler, manual stapler. You can get this at any kind of a home center, hardware store. They have them. Walmart has them. Now clearly, like a pneumatic stapler would be a whole lot easier, or an electric. I'm not a big fan of electric staplers, but could be easier. But definitely a pneumatic, or one of those heavy duty, battery powered. DeWalt and Milwaukee and stuff, they make them. Maybe Ryobi has them too. I don't know for sure about that. That would definitely make this go faster. At this point, I've stapled all the way around, and all I have to do now is just cut off all of this excess plastic that I have. There we go. Hey, these things are nice. They just cut right through it. Okay, the sun's going down, so the end of the day is here, and this is all I've gotten done for today. But I feel like it's quite a bit. I feel like we've done pretty well. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, well, it's the next day, and everything looks just fine from overnight. And like I said, there wasn't really any serious wind, just a gentle breeze last night and today, so we've been fine. But now we need to get the door up, and we'll just see what we can do. I definitely have to get the front door on the greenhouse and also get the back framed out and the rest of the plastic on, all the hardware on the door, the latches. I'll just go ahead and we're going to get started on getting that done. Okay, the door is up. I've had to kind of, I don't know if you want to call it, rig the hinges. The hinges are some that I had, and so I just wanted to use what I had. So I had to flip them around, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I had to flip them around and kind of push them out. But I think it's going to be good. I just want to make sure that door can open all the way back, and so it's not stuck halfway open. And I also don't want to spend more money on hardware. So I also went ahead and put the latch up for it to latch. I don't know if you can notice this or not, but this ground is not even. It actually slopes this way slightly, and also slopes backwards slightly. And of course this frame is just laying straight on the ground. I'm just not overly concerned about that. If I were really concerned about it, what I would do is I would either level out the ground to begin with, or I would put this up just slightly, like on 4x4s, probably put 4 4x4s on each long side, and then 2 here in the centers by the door, 2 in the centers by the back, and I would just level it out to where everything is stable, and then concrete that into the ground, the base that is. But I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to put the handle on now. Don't really have to have one, but I just think it'd be pretty handy to have a handle. Putting on a handle. Can I have that, please? This is a old, not old, it's about I think it's a year old, maybe a 2-year-old pressure treated board. I just got some screws sticking out of it here, and I'm just going to get these out of here and then use this older one to finish this up. Okay, that's going to be it. We've cut off the excess here and got the greenhouse all ready to go. I'll take you for a go around here in just a second and take a look at everything we've done on the inside and the outside. Now from here forward, I'm going to add bonus videos, but they're going to be in addition to what we've already done, because remember, this is the budget-minded DIY greenhouse. This isn't supposed to be real extravagant, so we'll have to add upgrades as we go. But one thing I want to do for sure is make sure that we're anchored down to into the ground, so this thing doesn't lift up off the ground. And also I want to put down black plastic on the inside, mulch over top. We're not going to have in-ground growing inside this greenhouse, at least not right now. Even though I know a lot of high tunnels, you'll see that's what they do, is in-ground growing. I'm going to be building platforms, have storage underneath, and on top we'll have different starters, container gardening, and also some hanging plants on the inside there as well. Now listen, make sure to like the video if you don't mind, and subscribe, and you'll be able to keep track of what we have going on here. And as I add those bonus videos, you'll get notifications as well if you hit the notification bell, and so you'll see what's happening, what our plans are moving forward. I wish I just had the money to spend all up front and do everything I want to do, but that's just not possible. But you know, if you keep an eye on Craigslist and on Facebook Marketplace and garage sales, there's a lot of things that you can get done on the cheap. So make sure to keep an eye on those things as well. Even with plastic and stuff, you never know, at the end of a season they might clearance some things out. You can pick things up, and hopefully lumber is going to come down pretty soon. But do what I've done and pick up some swing sets. People give away swing sets all the time that are made out of pressure treated lumber. Of course, sometimes the lumber is no good, but you can find lumber that's good. I'm planning on picking up a few more free swing sets here and using the lumber from those for various projects around the homestead. So anyway, there's ways to do it. We're not a professional group here. I'm not a master gardener, and I'm not a pro carpenter. I'm just a guy with a family who's trying to do the best he can to live sustainably and be a good steward of what I've been entrusted with. I hope you liked the video. I hope you've liked the series, and I'll see you soon.